All right. Hey, we are back. We are back. It's been a long time coming since Thanksgiving week. Um, yeah, I've just been crazy busy. I apologize. Was in Georgia for Thanksgiving. I put an episode out that week. I forgot to upload the YouTube. I suck at the YouTube. The YouTube I am not good at. I got to get better at uploading that. But hey, we're back. Um, there's been a lot of shit going on. We have some news to talk about. I had some things I wanted to talk about last week, but never got to an episode because I've been working so much. But we're here. We're back. We're working. We're trying to get this out. I'm going to put this out so it comes out tomorrow. Nevertheless, we got shit to talk about. We got some NFL games to talk about this week. We got some news to talk about this week. The headlines throughout the entire week. But it is nevertheless December 7th, 2023. Christmas is upon us. Arguably one of the best holidays of the year, in my opinion. It's hard to beat. I'm not a big Halloween guy. I'm a big Thanksgiving guy, but I think Christmas is probably number one, in my opinion. If we're talking major holidays, I'm not saying St. Patrick's Day or like 4th of July. I'm talking like the holidays. Like how do I say this? Like New Year's Eve is it's not a I don't out of the last three big holidays. Let me get this straight: Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I go backwards. Out of those three, because those are the big holidays, right? It's holiday season. We celebrate 4th of July, we celebrate St. Patty's Day, all these kinds of things. But out of the three holidays, out of the three holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. I used to be a big Halloween guy. I think it's fun, but it's not for me anymore. Okay? It's not for me anymore. No hate. Not for me anymore. But let's get to it. Beyond the Spread, welcome. Dude, I've been saying it for probably a month now. I got to change the artwork. I keep forgetting to do it right when I do it. I've been too lazy to do it. Let's just say that. I've been too lazy to do it. Right off the bat, let's just talk CFP. Let's talk to CFP because I haven't talked to you guys in a while. College football playoff. Number 1, Michigan. Number 2, Washington. Number 3, Texas. Number 4, Bama. Hand up, I was wrong. When we were talking about this 2 weeks ago before I left for Georgia, I said there's no way, there's not a world that I don't see Georgia getting in, and I was wrong. Hand up, I was wrong. I think it's a little outrageous that they didn't go in. 29 games in a row, back-to-back national champions. You lose one game. It's the SEC, championship. I get that. But you lose one game and you drop all the way to what? 6? 5, 6? Come on. One game. I'm happy with this playoff, taking my feelings out of the equation for Georgia. I'm happy with the playoff. I think they did get it kind of right. You know I'm going with this. Florida State. Well, you know what? Fine. You want to leave Georgia out. You get Bama in. You have because if Bama's in, that means Texas has to be in. Washington beat the shit out of Oregon. Michigan rolled Iowa and Ohio State. Go Big Blue. No big deal. Put a big wager on that one. We want to talk Florida State. We can talk Florida State. I think they got it right. I really do think they got it right. If Jordan Travis is playing, I think they're in over. I don't know. I don't know who they get in over. I really don't. Maybe Texas. I think Texas might have got fucked in that situation. Maybe Bama, just because the position that Florida State was in, it could have been a non-SEC playoff, which I disagree with. I think there should always be an SEC team because they, first of all, drive in the most money and they're the most passionate fans probably in the country. I know that probably makes some, Texas people mad or some Big Ten people mad, but the SEC fans are the most passionate fans there is in the country. Now, Florida State, had a good couple years. The last ACC championship they won was 2012, something like that. 2013 with Jameis. Did they get slightly fucked? Yeah, I think they did get slightly fucked, but they still the committee, quote unquote committee, the old guys in the room who, they know ball left and right. They got it right. I will say they got it right. Do I feel bad for Florida State? A little bit, but at the same time, you're trying to tell me that you put Florida State in over Bama, over Texas, over Michigan, over Washington with a second or third string quarterback? No, you're talking you want. Yeah, did you go 13-0? Absolutely. You went 13-0. Congratulations. No one can take that away from you. But when you're looking at it from a committee standpoint or a pure entertainment factor, I don't want to see Florida State get steamrolled by Michigan. I don't want to see Florida State get steamrolled by any of these teams. You want to put them in and be like, hey, good luck. They're going to get steamrolled. Is their defense good? Yeah, they have a legit defense. But that offense, I mean, they barely beat Louisville. And that Louisville team is kind of good. I thought they were better, honestly. I took Louisville money line straight up. I took Louisville. And that kind of hurt me. I'm not going to lie. So you want the peer principle. You want the, hey, you went 13-0, congratulations. You deserve to be in the playoff. Absolutely. But when your starting quarterback goes down, who's kind of the contention, who is in the conversation for the Heisman, and he goes down, and you're saying we're the same team still? No, you're not. And here's what I'll say. Maybe Texas is the exception to this, but we don't know the backups to any of these besides Bama. Bama and Texas, we know the backup quarterbacks are still pretty good. But if Michigan goes down, J.J. McCarthy goes down same time Jordan Travis does, or flip-flops, Jordan Travis stays healthy, and J.J. McCarthy goes down, I don't think maybe Michigan's in. Maybe. I don't know. Washington, who's the backup for Penix? If that kind of happens, we need to see it in action. That's the thing. We saw it in action with Florida State for the last 2 weeks. That's what it is. Okay? I'll stop talking about it, but just know, Florida State, I feel for you, but at the same time, the committee got it right. That's what I'll say. The committee got it right. I feel for you, but the committee got it right, okay? I'll get off my soapbox on this one, but I am excited for these games. I am going to the Washington-Texas game in Louisiana. I am so pumped for it. It is going to be a hell of a time. Going to be in Louisiana for 4 days, 3 nights. I am pumped. And we'll talk about this. I'll just say this because I did write this down. The Florida lawmakers are considering legislation to protest the college football playoffs exclusion of Florida State. Good luck. Government moves slow. You're in Florida. No one really cares anymore. You know what? I forgot. I just lost my train of thought. But here's what I'll say. If you have to beat Georgia. Florida State, go beat Georgia on one of the, I forgot what game you guys are in. But go beat Georgia. If you go beat Georgia, raise the banner. If you beat Georgia, not cover, because the line is 14 points. If you go beat Georgia, I don't even know what I'll do. I'll fucking become a Seminole. I'll start doing the chop and everything. I don't care. If that's what has to happen. I forgot my train of thought, but we'll just keep moving. Dylan Gabriel, the Oklahoma quarterback, is rumored to be going to Oregon. Bo Nix is graduating at the end of the season. That's kind of cool. Dylan Gabriel put up like 1,300 yards in the last or 13,000 yards in the last 3 or 4 years. So good for Oregon. Got a gunslinger. I think Dylan Gabriel's a gunslinger. Changed my mind. He's got a fucking arm on him. I don't like his throwing motion. Lefties throw weird. I'll say it. Lefties throw a little weird. There are certain pretty ones. Michael Vick, controversial person, but he had a great lefty throwing motion. Tua's not a fan. Not a fan of it. Yeah, so that's college football. That's kind of what we have going on. We got bowl season coming up. I will do the entire slate of the bowl games, or at least some of them. A lot of them. There's 46 games. I'm in a pool, too, with some family and friends. We got to pick every winner with the spread. That's going to be fucking tough. But this is beyond the spread. So we see beyond it, We're going to win. Last year, I think I went above 500. I finished the top 10 out of 30 people. So, We're up there. I want to win it this year. Just one little NFL headline. I had a lot more last week, but again, I didn't record last week. I'm a piece of shit. I get it. Tank Dell, the receiver for the Houston Texans, guy was killing it all year. Fractured his fibula. He's going on IR. More than likely done for the rest of the year. Now, could he come back for playoffs? I doubt it, because I think it's a 6 to 8 week injury, especially with the surgery. Probably done for the year, more than likely. I didn't see he was done for the year. The screenshot that I got, it didn't say done for the year. He's going on IR, but more than likely, I'm guessing he's done for the year. NBA. Just a little NBA talk. Let's just talk about Jokic. I got my Denver Nuggets hat on. We're probably going to go back-to-back. Milwaukee maybe stop us. Boston might stop us. Boston's looking real good. I just saw a stat that the Timberwolves have the best record in the NBA. Huh? They do? I've been out of the loop on NBA. I'm usually in the loop. But, man, it's just been football for the last, 3-4 months. So I'm a little out of loop on the NBA. Timberwolves have the best record. The Nuggets are playing right now. Jokic, let's talk about him real quick. Probably the best player in the league right now, in the world, actually. I mean, he is leading the NBA in points, rebounds, and assists. And every time I see a little updated ranking of the MVP, he's at the top of the list. I don't know the odds on him winning the MVP, but they're probably like plus 180, plus 220 maybe, right around there. Right now, if the season were to end, he'd win MVP. But, we got 70 games left, 60-ish, 60 games. That could all change. But we might go back-to-back. And I couldn't be happier. I'm so happy that Jokic is playing well. Jamal was out for a little while. We're going to do a little Nuggets talk. Jamal was out for a while. Had to get his knee right. Had to stay healthy. I'm okay with that. Because, Reggie Jackson dropped 37 one night. And I was like, Reggie, holy shit, who are you? Why can't you do this when you come off the bench? He had 37, 8 and 6. I was like, Reggie Jackson? Damn. I'm out of the in-season tournaments going on. I still don't know how that all figured out. Lakers, Pelicans, Bucks, Pacers lost. Oh, no, the Pacers won. Yeah, Bucks, Pacers? It's something like that. But the Lakers are probably going to win it all. It's whatever. In-season tournament. Who cares? I care about the finals. I care about the finals. I care about this. NBA Champions Finals. I care about this. I don't give about no in-season tournament. I get that, each player is getting an extra $500,000. I'm not getting $500,000, so I don't care about this. It is entertaining. I will say it is entertaining. Good job, Adam Silver. It is entertaining. I have watched some games. I don't like the courts. I think you can go simpler. I think a streak down the middle of the court is cool. The in-season tournament court is red. It's all red with a black line going through the middle. It's ugly. I'm okay with the trophy. I like the trophy in the middle. That's cool. Ugly. Just ugly. That's really what's going on in the NBA, at least in my world, the NBA right now. I've been seeing clips. I've been seeing news, all this kind of shit. But the last thing I wanted to talk about was fantasy sports. I'm done with fantasy sports. I need to retire again. I go on these things where it's like I'll do fantasy sports for 2-3 years. I was in 2 fantasy football leagues this year. One, I'm going to finish second to last. The other one, I'm just going to miss the playoffs. I'm just dead. It's fantasy football, too. And I'm in a basketball one right now. LaMelo Ball's hurt. I thought, I have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on my team. I have no forwards on my team. My team's trash. I'm 1-6. It's just bad. It's just bad. I'm just handing money to people right now, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. So I need to go back into retirement from fantasy sports. Look, they're cool. They're fun in the beginning. Personally, they're fun. I like draft night. I like it all. But man, even if I wasn't winning, I'm just not into it. I'm not motivated. People are trying to send me shitty trades. Some guy, I have Christian McCaffrey on my team. He sent me 3 receivers for Christian McCaffrey, and both of them, 2 out of the 3 were on the bench. They don't play. They average like 3 points. The other guy I think might have been CeeDee Lamb, who averages like 18. It's like, bro, like I'm not going to give you Christian for that. Like, no, I'm not going into this. Not going into this. It bothers me. Pet peeves, shit that pisses me off. Shit that pisses me off. Bad trades. That shit pisses me off. It shouldn't. But like when someone lowballs you and thinks, oh, I'm going to get away with this. Fuck you. No, you're not. Sorry for my language, but fuck you. No, you're not. Not with me. Go try that with someone else. Not me. Promise you it's not going to work with me. Because if you're going to make my team hurt, I'm going to make your team hurt. It's supposed to be a trade. It's supposed to be equal value, brother. It's supposed to be equal value. Let's come back down to earth. Fantasy sports, though. Going back to retirement. Next year, not playing them. Just gambling. We got Army-Navy this weekend. I didn't see who was favored. I'll look at that later. But I've always been a Navy guy, so go Navy. If it was Air Force, I would say go Air Force, but they're not in it. Whatever. I don't know what the over-under is. Didn't see it. But like I said earlier, it is bowl season. We got 46 games, 80-something teams, 120-something. It is just bowl season, bowl season, bowl season. Bowl season starts in 11 days. Breaking news. Oh, shit. Breaking news. Baseball. Hey. Baseball. Yankees have acquired 3-time All-Star Juan Soto from the Padres. Juan Soto just went to the Padres 2 years ago. What are we doing, Juan? Dude, no way. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm just reading. Oh, and Luka had a triple-double. Luka had a triple-double in the first half tonight. It was crazy. The Yankees have acquired superstar outfielder Juan Soto in a trade from the San Diego Padres. Deal is done, and the Yankees get to pair Soto with Aaron Judge, an outfielder. Will feature 2 of the best hitters in baseball. Jeff Passan. So, yeah. All right. Hey, Juan Soto, baseball. Baseball, right? In the middle of all this? In the middle of a couple of my rants, we get a baseball update? That's crazy. Juan Soto to the Yankees is crazy. Yankees just have endless money. Just endless money. Bowl season, it's here. Dude, let's just get some football going, okay? Let's get the vibes right. Let's win some money. Let's win these games. It's just NFL today. I think next week, I'll make sure to do one of these again late night, grind it out. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm here for you. Let's win some money beyond the spread. We got NFL. I'm fried right now. I am from work. I'm fried from work. My brain's not functioning. Thursday night football. Stinker of a game. Patriots at Steelers. Ugh. Steelers are -6. The over-under is 30.5. First of all, under. We're taking the under because Patriots didn't score last week. We don't know if Bailey Zappi's playing. If he is, who cares? If Mac Jones playing, who cares? Steelers don't have Kenny Pickett. The offense is going to be run. Najee Harris. And who's the other guy? Connor? It's not Connor. It's someone else. But nevertheless, the Patriots are not good. The Steelers are bad without Kenny Pickett. I don't know how they're going to win by 6 points. It's in Pittsburgh. That's the only reason I might take the Steelers here is just because it's in Pittsburgh and the Patriots are so bad. And they're tanking to get someone. Maybe Drake May, maybe Caleb Williams, maybe. Do you go that route if you're the Patriots? Who knows? But they're tanking perfectly. So I really don't know where to go with this game. Part of me just says take the Steelers in the under because they're going to win 10-0. But the other part of me is like the Patriots got shut out last week to the Chargers, and Chargers won 6-0. You kidding me? 6? The Chargers with that offense? 6 points? Disgusting. And probably no Ramondre Stevenson. I don't feel comfortable making this pick. I'm going to go Steelers -6. Makes me just cringe. Makes my skin crawl. Sunday morning, right off the bat. Bucks at Falcons. Falcons -1. Falcons need to win this game to kind of secure the AFC South. Get that one up on the Bucks. Bucks are dead. The Bucks, they have Baker. They got Mike Evans, who shout out Mike Evans. He's had 1,000 yards receiving. I was a high school receiver. I played a little bit in college. To have and he is. I'm not saying this, but to have 1,000 yards receiving is fucking crazy. To have 1,000 yards receiving for 10 straight seasons is crazy. Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. He's going to be first ballot. With that being said, I think the Falcons are going to figure it out. I think they're the ones destined to win this shitty division. I'm going Falcons minus the 1.5. Do I like it? No, because you know what? We never know what we're getting Baker. I think that's where I've landed with Baker. I like the guy. He seems like a solid dude. I've listened to him talk. I liked him when he was at Oklahoma. Solid guy all around, right? I just don't know what I'm getting with Baker. I know what I'm getting with Desmond Ridder. Couple turnovers, but you have Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Bijan Robinson in the backfield with a pretty good defense. Bucks, you have a pretty good defense with Mike Evans and a 50-50 shot with Baker Mayfield, and they can't run the ball. Bucks cannot run the ball right up the middle. They have to get on the edge. And I think the Falcons' defense is pretty good. Good. Average. Right around there. So give me the Falcons minus the 1.5. Lions at Bears, Detroit, minus 3.5. Lions defense is bad. Okay? They give up 20 to 30 points a game. The Lions offense, good. They can score 20 to 30 points a game. Bears, suspect offense, okay defense. Defense is coming around the corner. Can they slow down the Lions a little bit, but probably not? I like the Lions in this spot. It's the 3.5 that's calling. It's, looking at me like, hey, this could be a field goal game. But I think the Lions go into Detroit and kind of just take their shit, eat their lunch. Now the Bears, what are they thinking? The reason behind my pick with the Lions is because the Bears, who knows what they're doing in the offseason. Everyone's kind of feeling it like, hey, are we going to be here next year? I know they just got swept from the Commanders. The big question, and I think if you're a Chicago Bears fan, you're thinking this too, is Justin Fields our guy? Are we going to, win a couple games and, get an average pick, even though they have the Panthers first round pick, and the Panthers are going to win maybe one more game this year, end with 2 like the Patriots. I don't know. But with that pick, do you go get a Caleb Williams or a Drake May or a Jaden Daniels, who's probably going to win the Heisman this year, or a Penix if he comes out this year? Do you go get one of those guys? If I was a Bears fan, I would say probably. I really would. Now, from an outside perspective, I like Justin Fields. I like him. I think the Bears are just that shitty of an organization with zero coaching and zero. What word am I looking for? It's escaping me. Zero movement up to progress a player. Thank you. Holy shit, can't think of a word. To progress a player. I'm still losing the word. I'm thinking of a certain word and I can't say it. Productive, no. Progress. Yeah, it's like progressing a player. Upgrading a player. I don't know how to fucking... What word am I looking for? Progress. I don't fucking know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the coaching doesn't have that level to take Justin Fields to the next level. I don't think they know how to make players better. There's a word that I'm looking for, but it won't come out. But let's just... Do you go get one of those quarterbacks? Because Justin Fields, hey, Justin Fields, you want to come to Denver? Come to Denver, brother. Come learn behind Russ. You're taller than Russ. You're faster than Russ. You got a better arm than Russ. Sean Payton can teach you the ways. Do we have to give up a couple things for the Bears or to the Bears for Justin Fields? Maybe. Or do the Bears go draft Marvin Harrison Jr. and be like, we're going to ride or die with Justin Fields? That's another question. I don't know. This is where my mind goes. Beyond the spread. But we're going Lions minus 3.5. I can't think of that word, and it's going to pop in my head later, and I'm going to be pissed about it. Colts at the Bengals. Indy minus 1. Oh, two schools of thought. Is that Bengals quarterback, who I should probably know, Jake Browning? Did he have a good game against Jacksonville? Yes. Can he do it again? I don't think so. But my only hesitation on why he can't, is because they're going against the Colts. Cincinnati is not the best place to play. It's not the best weather conditions. And I think Colts are indoor cats. That's what I think. I think the Colts are indoor cats. They play better in domes. They play better at home. Gardner Minshew's been absolutely balling out of his mind. I thought he was going to slow down like a couple weeks ago with Gardner, but no, he's just been playing. He's proving that he's a good backup. This is what every franchise needs, is a good backup like this. Not for a couple games. But he's been doing it for, since what, week 3, week 4, maybe week 5? Still, he's going to be doing it for 10 games. Good for Gardner. I'm happy for Gardner. Did the Bengals get lucky against the Jacksonville Jaguars on Monday night? Maybe. I don't know what to do. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm just going to go the Colts, minus 1. I think they're indoor cats, but they're not a soft team. They've been playing good football. I think the Bengals got a little lucky on Monday night. We're just going to run with that. Prove me wrong, Jake Browning. Prove me wrong. Speaking of the Jags, Jacksonville Jaguars at the Browns. The Browns are minus 3. That's telling me that Trevor Lawrence is not playing. No T-Law, No Trevor Lawrence. I thought it was just a high ankle sprain. If he's not playing, I do definitely think I go Browns. But, oh my gosh, half my team is questionable. Sorry, I have Trevor Lawrence on my fantasy team. Let's just get the quick little update, Let's get the quick little update. Expected to miss. Okay. We go Browns. Browns minus the 3. I don't know who the Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback is. He did not play better than Jake Browning. He got outdueled by Jake Browning, actually. Let's just go Browns. That defense is legit. They did just lose. Jacksonville did just lose Christian Kirk to a quad or a hamstring or a groin, something. Next game, Panthers at Saints. New Orleans minus 5. 5, I've learned when it's 9.5 or 7.5 or 5, anywhere in the 5s. 4.5 sometimes, depending on the game. But those lines, they always say in my mind, they say take the underdog because you don't see them. It's going to be an ugly game. It's not a real football number. At a pure principle with a 5, I feel like I should take the Panthers, right? Panthers need to kind of get a win. They need to trend things in the right direction. Saints, on the other hand, they're dead. They're completely dead in my mind. I don't know what they do. This offense is built, like I said this towards the beginning of the year when they started, we kind of seeing what they were like. Oh my God, can I speak? We were seeing what they were like at the beginning of the year where they were scoring 10, 12 points, and then they dropped 40 on the Patriots, who are a bad team. And then they go play a couple other teams. They're kind of hilly. They're at home. They're playing a bad Panthers team. I am going to ride with them one last time. If they fuck me over on this cover, I will bet against the Saints the rest of the year. I know it's only like, what week are we on? 14, something like that. 4 or 5 games. I will not take the Saints side once. I will make a note every week. Don't take Saints. Okay? But if they win this week and they cover, it is then a 50-50 chance. Okay? I'm taking the Saints minus the 5 just because this offense is so explosive and they're at home. And this Panthers team is that bad. They are that bad. So, yeah, we'll back of the mind, if the Saints lose, if they don't cover, never take them again because they should smack this team. They should absolutely smack them at home. Texans at Jets. Houston minus 3.5. Zach Wilson is starting for the Jets. The Jets have been weird. They're like, oh, we're gonna release Tim Boyle, and then go get whatever his name is. Trevor Siemian didn't see a snap. He's the third string regardless. He might just move up to second. Who knows? I don't know what the weather likes in New York. Usually if this game is ugly, I kind of go with New York. But, man, this Texans team, I jumped on them after I kept betting against them for a couple weeks. This Texans team is good. They just beat the Broncos. Hand up. Good call. Good game. Good game. Handshakes. Firm handshakes. This Texans team is good. CJ Stroud is legit. I don't think that's... I think we've talked about it. It's been in the media. It's been in the talking heads. They've been saying it for a while. I've been saying it for a few weeks. I was kind of late on it. I'm not going to be honest because I was more of a Bryce Young fan. But CJ Stroud is absolutely balling. Absolutely balling. I mean, and it's not even close. He is probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. The dude is playing at such a pace in that pocket. When you watch him stand in that pocket, you're seeing his reads go left to right, right to left, however you're supposed to. And he doesn't get happy feet. He can feel the pressure when he needs to. He can use his legs, all this kind of shit. He is legit. I'm going Houston minus 3.5. Jets are that bad. That defense, still pretty good, honestly. Still pretty good for kind of quitting a couple weeks ago. Yeah, Texans are that good. I think I'm going to go Texans minus 3.5. We've had some okay games, looking at it right now. The last one that we're going to talk about is Rams at the Ravens. Ravens minus 7. Now, there is a stat out there. I forgot the number on it, but Lamar Jackson is like 18-0 when he plays an NFC team. 18-0. He doesn't lose the NFC. AFC is used to seeing him running around, right? I know that stat, and I'm going with it, but 7 is such a big fucking number in my mind. It's in Baltimore, beginning of December, maybe not the best weather, but 7? And this Rams team isn't good, but they're not as bad as people are making them to sound, right? Their Rams are, they can hang in a game. They can definitely hang in a game. But that stat, I think the Ravens might smack them. I'm gonna go right there. Ravens minus the 7. I'm thinking it's gonna push. I really think it's gonna push. I think that's what we're talking about right now. Lamar, that offense is starting to really click. I mean, that LA game was kind of ugly and they're coming off a bye. Yeah, we're going Ravens minus 7. This is not gonna push. They're gonna cover. They're gonna cover. Afternoon games. Vikings at Raiders. Minnesota minus 3. Ugh. I think I'm going Raiders here. I think I'm going to go Raiders here. Just because Josh Dobbs, we're kind of seeing what he's really like. He learns, Josh Dobbs needs to just bounce around one team every week. Just go in there, be a backup, and then just if they get hurt, you can stay there for 2 weeks and then go to another team. Just be the circus guy. One team to another. Just have the NFL pay for your hotel, your apartments, whatever you want to do. If you're there for more than a month, bad things are going to happen to you, brother, because you're not going to win any games. You're going to win a couple games because you're the backup and you know how to fucking make plays left and right. But if it comes down to reading something like a defense, not for you, brother. Hey, I think the Josh Dobbs story is amazing. Bouncing from Arizona to Minnesota. He gets a couple wins in Minnesota, not even knowing guys' names, not even knowing the cadence, all this kind of shit. Very impressive. But the Raiders at home, am I betting my money on O'Connell? Unfortunately, I am. I just think both these teams are dead. I think the Raiders are going to kind of get up a little more for this game just because it's at home. They need to kind of prove something to themselves. Antonio Pierce, interim head coach, might get that head coaching job in the offseason. We'll see. But I like the Raiders. I think they just to me, they feel like they're going to get up a little bit more for this game because it means a little bit more to them. Next game. Seahawks at 49ers. San Fran is minus 10.5. 10.5. Division rival. Now, let's talk Seahawks real quick. They just lost to the Cowboys. What was that? Sunday Night Football? Thursday Night Football. They just lost to the Cowboys in a close one. Seahawks played the shit out of the Cowboys. I will say that. They played the shit out against the Cowboys. 49ers just kind of smacked the Eagles. And Seahawks just lost to the third best team in the NFC. The 49ers just beat the first, maybe second best. I think the 49ers are now number one in the NFC going into that game. I think the Eagles were number one in my opinion. But the 49ers just went up to 1, Eagles 2, Dallas 3. And we'll get to that Sunday night game. Believe me, we'll get to that Sunday night game. I just think the Seahawks, they are what they are. We see what they are. They're going to play you close, and then they're going to choke in the end, or they're just going to get smacked. And I think the 49ers, 10 points is so much. It's so much. Are the 49ers good enough to be like, yeah, we're good. We're going to win this game regardless. Do we need to really come out and play our A game? I'm having a tough time with them. Oh, fuck me, man. It's just dumb to bet against the 49ers. I can't live with myself. I can't watch the game and be like, oh, I took the Seahawks at 10.5. I can't do that. In good conscience. It's the 49ers. One of the Super Bowl favorites right now. 49ers minus the 10. I'm not in love with it. Okay? I'm not in love with it. It's the 49ers, though. Imagine you sitting there watching this game and you're like, oh, I have the Seahawks plus 10. That's tough because then it's like 10 points. How many points is Geno Smith going to score? Is he going to go down the field a couple times? Hey, they played a good game against Dallas last week. A good game. But it's the 49ers. It's 1-2 and then kind of a little gap in Dallas in 3. Okay? Next game. Great game. These are some good afternoon games. Morning, it's like, let's wake up, let's get the football going. Afternoon, it's like, buckle the fuck in. We're hitting overdrive right now. Okay. Bills at Chiefs. Chiefs are minus 1.5. This game is gonna be good because the Bills are not good. The Chiefs are. What do we want to call the Chiefs? Okay. They're good enough. They've had a very bumpy road this year. And I don't want to say it, but I'm going to. Maybe a little distraction off the field. Bring a lot of limelight to the Chiefs. The one on tour is bringing a lot of limelight to the Chiefs. Maybe a bad thing. Who would have thought a billionaire or world superstar? I like Taylor Swift, okay? You guys said Taylor Swift. I didn't say Taylor Swift. You said Taylor Swift. And I was like, yeah, her, the billionaire. You said it. I didn't say it. That's a lot of limelight on a football team, Chiefs defense, pretty good. Chiefs offense, suspect, kinda. I mean, we have Patrick Mahomes. It's not really suspect, but when it's like you see it over and over every week, you're like, what's going on? What's going on here? How are you doing this? Why are you the way that you are? That kind of shit. You start good. You start real good in the first half, and then, that stat, what is the word? Reeks its head up your ass, that kind of stuff. Rear naked ass. Second half, the Chiefs are not good. They don't know how to score in the second half. Okay? Am I betting against this? I think both teams show up for this game. I really do. I think they're like, oh, we don't like each other and we need to win. Bills' defense is not good. Bills' defense is not good. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. The Bills' defense, not the offense, not the special teams, the defense. One of the three teams on the field for is not good. I tried to make sense of that. That didn't make work. I can't even talk, dude. Ugh, I'm exhausted. Nevertheless, let's focus. Let's get through this. Bills offense, pretty good. I'm a Josh Allen believer. I'm also, I like Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes is a great quarterback. People are going to be putting him in the GOAT conversation later in the day. Yeah, notification. Let's turn that off. I don't know the over-under on this one. I wish I did. I'm not even going to say a number. I'm not even know if I'm going to take the over or the under. It's just so hard to beat the Chiefs at home, man. That's kind of where I start to lie. I mean, I know the Broncos. Who was it? Who went in there and beat them? Lions beat them this year. And I was big on that game, but I just that Chiefs defense is good. That Bills defense is not good. Both offenses will get the job done, but it's going to come down to who's going to get the last stop. That's how it always goes. I don't feel comfortable about this because it is my interdivision rival. Chiefs minus the 1.5. I'm not a fan of the pick. Kind of makes me cringe, honestly. I might take it back, but it's out there. It's living. We're going to let it breathe for a minute. Broncos at Chargers. Chargers minus 3. Okay, this is crazy. Broncos, we came back down to earth. We had that, 5-game winning streak. We go lose to who the fuck? Houston. I'm fine with losing to Houston. I looked at the schedule. We're going to split with the Chargers, so we're either going to win this one or win at home at week 17. We're going to probably lose to the Lions. That's just the way it is. That's the reality because I do think that Lions offense is good. I know they can score points. Our defense is good, okay? Our defense is pretty good. But we can't keep maybe I'm having PTSD, but we can't score 16 to 18 points. We got to get in the 20s. There's just no way around it. And then we're going to beat the Raiders. I think we're going to end up with 10 wins. Minimum 9. I think we're going to end up minimum 9 wins, which I win a bet, just FYI. I bet my buddy this. But I'm taking the Broncos. I have to take the Broncos. I think they're going to cover. I don't know if they're going to win this. Brandon Staley on the hot seat. He needs to win. He's out regardless, I think. Kellen Moore might take over the head coaching job. It's going to be interesting because I think the Broncos need to win this game. I think the Chargers don't really give a shit anymore. Broncos are like, oh, we got a slim chance to make the playoffs, but we got to win some fucking football games. Chargers are like, we could maybe squeak in if we win out, but they're not going to win out. They're not going to win out. I'm taking the Broncos plus 3. I don't know what the money line is. Probably 215 plus 215, right around there. 220, maybe 250. The Chargers, Justin, he's getting wasted. He's getting just his talent. People say it all the time. His talent's getting wasted there. He is a fucking rocket. He should be in the conversation. In my mind, this is where I rank Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert should be in the conversation with Joe Burrow, healthy Joe Burrow, obviously, Josh Allen and Patty. I really think that's where I think his talent level is. He's just on a shitty team that can't win fucking football games. Get him out of LA. Get him out of LA. I wanted him so bad on the Broncos. But yeah, Broncos plus 3. Sunday Night Football. You go morning, you go do your stuff, kind of maybe chill out on the couch, turn on some football, tune it in, tune it out, all that kind of shit. Afternoon, we're locked in, okay? Afternoon, we locked in. We got some food going. We got some drinks going. Sunday night rolls around. You're like, oh, I'm a little hungry. Got the dinner going. Maybe a couple drinks going still, too. And then you're like, who's playing Sunday Night Football? You click on Peacock, or NBC, whatever you have. Eagles at Cowboys. Dallas minus 3.5. And you're like, oh, we're ending on a fucking banger. We're ending on a banger. Sunday Night Football. What is the health of Jalen Hurts? This is where Beyond the Spread goes. We know he went to the locker room last week against the 49ers, didn't come back. That's fine. Jalen's a dog. Jalen is an absolute dog. I don't know him. I wish I did because he's a fucking dog. But what is the health of Jalen Hurts? Because we know he had the knee brace on. He kind of ignored it all when the questions came out. He was like, ha, 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 knee brace, ha, 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 ha. And he just walked off the stage that one time. So if he's not going to be 100%. Let's just say that. He's not going to be 100%. Dallas kind of has a fucking bad taste in their mouth. They got a little blood in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? They got a little blood in their mouth. And the Eagles have been playing some fucking tough teams. Some tough teams last 4 weeks. Absolute crazy schedule that they have. Okay? That's the Eagles. Offense is good. Defense is good. Question. Quarterback's not going to be 100%. And I think you need Jalen Hurts to be 100%. I really do. Sorry, I'm making my name pop up. Follow me, Bryce Bud. Cowboys. They just came off a crazy game against Seattle. They won. Good for the Cowboys. That offense is clicking. Dak is in the MVP conversation, which I think puts a little pressure on Dak, but I think he can handle it. I think we're seeing the best form Dak right now than we have in the last 2 years. You know, he's in the MVP conversation. The Cowboys are good. They're actually a Super Bowl threat in my mind. That defense is playing good. That offense is clicking. Oh, if you get CeeDee Lamb the ball in open space, he's actually going to do something. No shit. Brandon Cooks is making a resurgence in his career. Schultz isn't on there. Whoever their tight end is balling out. Pollard's kind of having a quiet year, but whatever. That's because you're playing with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. I don't like taking him. I really don't. The half is scaring me too. Because this could easily come down to a field goal. This easily could come down to a field goal. But it's in Dallas. Eagles are like, dude, let's just get to the end of the year. Let's make the playoffs and let's fucking turn it back on. You know what I'm saying? Dallas minus 3.5. I'm taking it. I have to. I think I have to. I don't like it, but I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I just think the health of Jalen Hurts not being 100% is kind of significant. Now he's gonna play it, and it's not gonna look like he's not 100%, but you're gonna see a couple plays where you're like, oh, there it is. They need to make this play. He's still gonna use his legs, but I don't know. I just think they've come off so many big fucking games that, you know, they lose one or two of these, they're fine. They're still fine. I'm not worried about them. They're still going to be in the hunt for, you know, Super Bowl. They might still get the first number 1 seed. They still might get the number 1 seed. Sorry, brain fart. They still might get the number 1 seed. But I think just going into Dallas, they're like, fuck it, whatever, that kind of thing. I think, obviously, they're not going to be like, here, Dallas, here's the game. But it's going to be tough fought, and I think the Dallas is going to pull away in the end, and then this is going to be Dallas' Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They're at the peak right now. This is Dallas' Super Bowl. I hate to say that, but I'm calling my shot. This is Dallas' Super Bowl. So they're going to win this game. Monday Night Football, Titans at Dolphins. We can cruise through these two. 2 Monday Night Football games, by the way. That's big time. We like double football. It starts at the same time, though. That shit sucks. Come on, ESPN. Titans at Dolphins. Miami, minus 13. I'm taking that. I'm just going to take that. Dolphins, minus 13. Dolphins, minus 13. I don't think the Titans are good. I know they had an okay week last week. I forgot who they played. Being honest with you, I forgot who they played. Titans, who knows what they're going to do next year? Who knows? Packers at Giants. Green Bay, minus 6.5. Green Bay, they started out shitty. They've come a long way. Jordan Love is looking exceptional. He's looking so good. For, you know, first full season as a starter, he's looking pretty good. He's making some throws. He's seeing things so sharply now. The game is slowing down for him a little bit. You can feel it. But being 6.5-point favorites at the Giants. Oh, you're facing Tommy DeVito. That's why you're facing fucking Tommy DeVito, huh? You're facing Tommy DeVito. That guy is the fucking man. That's my best Italian accent. I'm taking the Packers minus 6.5. You can say whatever you want. Giants with Tommy DeVito, they're okay. They can score some points, all this kind of shit. I think the Packers are coming a little bit back to life. Okay, they're gonna end the season on a high note, and they're gonna fucking do something. They're gonna make a bowl game. That is it. I'm Bryce Baderas. Follow me, like, subscribe. Beyond the Spread. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.